is our very first podcast introducing all of the local vendors here in Pensacola. And we're opening our very first vendor spotlight podcast with the Bridal Loft, Miss Brenda and Brandy. So let's talk about your salon, your services, and how did it all start?
Well, first of all, thank you, Lazzat, and we welcome you as our new neighbor. We're right next door now, so that's wonderful, and we do appreciate us being the first vendor for your podcast. It all started in 2004.
Long time.
But long time ago, my husband actually was in the building with me, and we opened a store as a ladies' boutique. And by 2007, a local bridal store, which was called Bridal, was here for 45 years. And the owner came to me and she said, "You need to quit all this. You need to get into bridal." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't know about that, Miss Bridal." But she actually took me to market, introduced me to some of the bridal lines in Atlanta, and that's where it started. And then along came Miss Brandy. In high school.
And how long ago was that?
That was back in 2010.
Let me ask you a question. What do you like the most about working in the wedding industry?
I think for me, the most fun part is the relationships we build. There's so many brides that we'll meet them as a bridesmaid, and then they'll come back the very next year, and it's their turn, and they're like, "I'm engaged, I'm the bride now."
It's so special. For most, or the plan is once in a lifetime to get married. And so we're part of that planning. And so it's very intimate, very personal. And so, yeah.
A bride is looking for a perfect gown. What kind of experience do you offer them?
I think one of the first questions we ask if this is their first time trying on dresses. Some brides, Brandy, they come in and they will say, "No ball gowns." Or they will say, "No, I don't want fitted."
They have an idea already.
If they have an idea, then that's what we show them. If they're completely open-minded, we encourage them to try on different styles. Then when they find their silhouette, stick with that silhouette and then find your perfect gown.
Who's your favorite designer for the wedding gowns?
It's hard to say favorite because the three designers we have, we absolutely love and will stand behind them 150%. They're so great to work with. I think as the seasons go by, Miss Brenda will absolutely love, this dress from Stella York, while I love a dress from Pronovius. So I think it kind of, one season we'll love Allure, and then the next season we'll love Stella York again, and it kind of just changes a little bit.
It evolves,
but all of our designers are
really
fantastic.
Yeah.
So if the bride is looking for a perfect gown, do you guys allow the bride to try different accessories here while she's trying on the dress, like maybe veils, shoes, or does she have to bring her own?
No, we have everything in-house. We have shoes, we have veils, we have jewelry, so absolutely. The minute a bride, or even before, if she says yes to the dress, which is, oh my goodness.
It's an experience.
It's an experience right here. Absolutely. We want her to look at herself in the mirror and say, "I love this, yes, or no, maybe not." So that's the time to do it. That moment when she says, "This is my dress," complete the look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys offer alterations? Is it in-house, or do you refer them to someone else?
We do have in-house alteration, and of course if the bride has her own seamstress, then of course she may take her dress. The one thing that we like to do, and all our designers offer that, is order, if a bride is 5'2", 5'3", 5'4", and the dresses are cut for girls that are 5'8" or 6 feet, we can order that dress that she selects in her linked.
Oh wow, that's
amazing.
amazing.
So she can literally save on that part of the alteration.
Because it's included in the cost of the gown.
Yeah,
From the photographer's point of view, I always have a situation when I have the bride and several bridesmaids underneath the bride's gown trying to bustle the
bustle it
dress.
up, I
and
know.
sometimes they spend good 10, 15, or 20 minutes trying to bustle it. So I always advise my brides to appoint somebody, at
Yes.
least
Appoint.
two
We
people.
do.
Well, we ask,
We do.
Yes, when they come in for their fitting, we ask them to bring their maid of honor if they can, or their mom to the final fitting, so we can briefly show them how to do it. A lot of times the girls were like, "Can I just video it so I can have
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can have it that day of," and we let them do that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
yeah.
What about bridesmaids' dresses and mother-in-law, groom's mother? What about their dresses? Do you guys carry a wide selection? How does that go?
our bridesmaids' dresses come in all sizes, all colors. There's also one of the new perks for Jasmine, one of our designers, is they offer the petite length, which is awesome. That's also included in the cost. That's not an extra. So if you are 5'4" or under, you can get the petite length and not worry about alterations,
Wow.
which is awesome because a lot of bridesmaids, they don't mind buying a dress for the wedding, but they don't want to pay for the extra alterations added on top of the dress, which is understandable.
Yeah.
So that's a new perk that Jasmine did, which is really, really, it's been good. It's been great for us.
Yeah, moms, as always, they wait, they're the last ones, because they
Yeah.
want to make sure everybody else is done.
I mean, they shop
So-
sometimes the month of the wedding.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so we can call this company, we have lots of styles for them to try on and sizes, and then we can get it in a week. Yeah, and they're not super pricey, and they're not necessarily your typical mother of the bride look.
Yeah.
We have a lot of young moms, and that's not what they're looking for. They want something more classic, something they may could wear again to a
Yeah.
ball, and sometimes they choose one of the bridesmaids' dresses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. What about the price ranges? Your wedding gowns, what are the price ranges?
I'd say the majority of our gowns are between $9.99 and $1,500. And then we do have a couple that will range up to $2,500. But for the most part, I'd say probably most brides want to spend between $1,100 and $1,500.
Yeah.
But we've got gowns that range all the way from.
Do they need to pay all in advance? How
No,
does that work?
50% down, and then once the dress arrives, we give them a call, or well, now we send them a text.
Because they don't like to answer the call, but they'll respond to our text
Yes.
right away. But it works for us.
Yeah,
I mean,
They come in, try on the dress, then we discuss what needs to be done, that's when they pay the balance. Yeah.
Do you offer payment plans?
We do, if they would like to make monthly payments, absolutely, yeah. But we do have to have the 50% down to order the dress. But then, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
We can set up a monthly payment plan.
Because planning a wedding, it gets added up. A lot of
Yes,
things,
yes,
that
yes.
sometimes couples, they may not necessarily budget for various different details, but those things add
Yeah.
up. And weddings do become expensive.
and speaking of budgets, that is one thing, top 3 priority when a bride comes in and we talk with them. We always say, share your budget with us. We can find you something.
Yeah.
So if your budget is $1,000, we can find you something for $1,000. If your budget is $2,000, we can find you something for $2,000.
Yeah.
But it's always better to stick with your budget so you don't fall in love with something that you can't get, because we can find you something no matter what your budget is. We always have a sample sale going on throughout the entire year. So we've got gowns that are anywhere from 30 to 50% off, where you can buy it off the rack, get a great deal on it, and still stay within budget.
Speaking of deals, we got a big week coming up.
Yes.
We do.
Can you tell us a little
Yes.
bit about that?
Yes, clean all gowns, so it's not like you wearing a gown off the rack that lots of people have tried on. No, ma'am. We clean those gowns, and of course they're going to be steamed and altered and all that. Yeah.
Okay, so if they buy the dress off the rack,
Yeah.
they pay for it, but they don't take it home because you need to clean it, steam it, and prepare it.
Yeah, we have a great wedding room upstairs, so where we can keep them until the day of the wedding or until they're ready for it.
That
Absolutely.
is such a valuable service that you guys provide to local brides, looking for their perfect wedding gown. That's awesome. Is there any fun fact about your store?
I think we're fun. I Our
Of course you would
brides,
think that.
yeah, no, our brides, I think, we want them to have a really memorable experience. We don't like it to be just all business, you know. We ask lots of questions, and if the mom or the sister, we ask, you know, where's your wedding, and blah, blah. And we always ask what vendors they're using, because we've done the bridal, the big bridal show here for 15 years. So we do know so many of the vendors. So we ask, oh, where's your wedding? Who's your photographer? Oh, Lazzat is your photographer. Well, she's right next door.
That happened on Saturday.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I looked at, I was scrolling through my social media and I came across, I always see your posts about, you know, say yes to the dress, and I'm like, oh, that's Amy. That's my Amy. I know. Yeah, so that's amazing.
Well, speaking of the post, though, what's funny is we started doing that probably a year ago now, just so we could have memories of our brides and we could have the pictures. Then we started slowly posting them, and then all of a sudden, as brides would come in, they would say, "Oh, do we get to take our picture with the sign?" And it became this big thing, and we had no idea. We thought it was just something that me and Miss Brenda would have for ourselves, and then we would post them here and there, and then now it's like the minute they stand on the pedestal and they say yes to the dress, they look over and they say, "Do I get to take my picture with the sign?" So for us, it's fun because, you know, and then girls will come in and they'll say, "Oh, that's my friend. She just bought her dress here and now it's my turn."
Yeah.
So it's just Pensacola, with it being small, it's fun that way because, you know, we know each other and it's a nice small community, but it's big enough.
Yeah. Said it's a whole experience to say yes to the dress. So tell me a little bit about that experience.
You've probably heard it down the street sometimes. There's cheers, we scream. Sometimes if I'm upstairs and Miss Brenda's down here and somebody said yes to the dress, we hear screams and I run down and I'm like, "What?" And then we said yes to the dress! So, I mean, it's a really fun time. Everybody, for the most part, everybody's happy. We celebrate
It's a big
here.
decision.
Yes.
Yes.
Big
Now,
decision.
it's a huge decision.
Yeah.
It's for the wedding part. A lot of times it's the first thing they do when they start planning their wedding, besides pick their date. Sometimes they don't even have their date yet and they're in here picking their dress already. But I think what we strive to do, we like it to be an intimate, exclusive experience. So we do recommend having an appointment, because for all of us, it becomes a private shopping experience where literally we'll be the only ones in the store. So,
Brides actually do tell us once they find their dress, then everything else starts moving along.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, it's also important to choose the dress that fits the venue.
Right, right.
You always have to
Style
look at
and
the venue.
venue. Yes.
venue,
yes.
and pick your theme, and then from there you can pick your colors.
Yeah.
Then you pick your bridesmaids, then you pick your moms and the grooms, and it all kind of starts with what the bride's gonna wear and what she's gonna look like.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean, that's always. No, you're fine.
Thank you so much, Ms. Brenda and Brandy. I really appreciate you sharing your story and opening up your store for us and have this wonderful interview. And I look forward to seeing both of you on July 21st from 8 o'clock. I will be here as well. And till then.